Today we're gonna talk about the new prototype gun, a gun that is here to change the game, to make a lot of weak players stronger and a lot of strong players even stronger.
That was an understatement. Today we will talk about how the injector has ruined the game for solo players and made it even more difficult for new players to stick around.
Boost me, bro, boost me!
Let's start with David. David could heal his allies every second or even less with proper mods. Meanwhile, Dutch has plus clip capacity abilities, which helps him inject multiple times.
Yep, that's me, folks. Back in February of 2022, a prototype by the name of Injector was released to the public, with only one intention in mind, to make squads stronger and more competitive. Now, 2 years later, we can see it's done exactly that, but along with it, it has also ruined the true solo competitiveness. Running in squads is ideal to better your game. Yet for some of us gamers, we aren't fans of babysitting a squad, and rather run solo. The best way I can put being injected in today's game is like being breastfed constantly. You need to get off them titties, my boys.
Wait, look. Tweety's boosting Pure to boost me.
Just to be clear, I don't hate Injector, I just feel it needs improvements and a nerf. You guys remember when Moses was in his forever death stage after being injected? Well, thankfully that was improved and Injector became a little bit less useful during Moses' zombie mode.
I'm all you need, lads. That's what I finally got to say. Well, once you find the pillars.
Similarly, the Injector needs improvements of its own. I've been playing for 6 years, and even I want to quit after seeing a whole squad running towards us with injectors. Once or twice is all right, but at some point you notice your heart is not in it anymore. Now imagine players that newly joined. After a few months, many of them won't have strong enough connection to stay in the game. Don't get me started about the whole matchmaking system that needs to be improved. We will talk about that some other time. But I would assume most new players won't have good squads or good loadouts to counter the breastfeeders. By the way, in November of 2023, the Flamethrower was released as secondary weapon. The only reason Flamethrower was created and released as secondary weapon was to counter injectors. Most other secondary weapons weren't used as often as Injector, so their hopes of making Flamethrower as a secondary was to keep a balance between the option to choose offense or defense. Again, I don't hate Injector and even love being on the other side of it, but I don't know how it can be if someone has a cheat code of staying alive and the only way you notice it's an issue is when you're on the other end of it. Here is how the Injector could be nerfed, at least in my opinion. First off, the repetitive healing ability should not be possible, similar to how Moses can't be kept alive these days with Injector when he is in his afterlife. Every other operator should have similar healing duration after the first heal. There should be a limit of 10 to 15 seconds for this nerf to reset back to normal. Option 2 nerf would be to limit when healing allies consecutively, meaning you wouldn't be able to inject one person over and over again, and would rather have to heal another opponent or two before going back to the first healed person. But this might not work when facing full squads running closely with Injector. Another option could be to limit the amount of times David and Dutch can heal their opponents. The biggest problem facing these squads is that there is one person in the back nursing everyone back to life, usually David. Either have their effectiveness reduced or their reload time extended could fix a lot of the issues. I'm sure a lot of you hate me for saying all of this, but what if instead of giving David and Dutch limited injectors, they could rather be forced to heal less and less effectively each time they hold the injector and rapidly heal? For example, if it heals 55% the first time, the second time it injects without a break it'll go down at 35%, and if repeated, it'll go down another 20% until the injector will not heal until you give it a break. I guess kind of like how the XO300 machine gun needs time to cool down before shooting again.
Run, last run. No, you're not. No, the hell you're not.
Not anymore.
That's my 2 cents about Injector. Maybe not a popular opinion, but nevertheless, an opinion indeed for those of us who miss solo playing. Sometimes I just want to sit back and relax and not forced to squat up. Also, I love documentary videos on YouTube, so I tried my best to make this one similar to those. Hope you all enjoyed. Shout out to Cal, Diabolic, Croupier, Logan, and anyone else's name that I might have missed that helped in the making of this video. Another big shout out to the channel supporters, and I know I say this every week, but without you all I would be in Mexico, would have changed my name to Jose and sold oranges. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and even share the video with your friends to see what they think. Much love, and have a great rest of your day.